Something's going on. Something's going on. Look. Oh my god. It's 2 rods only, so if Rod Stewart turned up and Rod Hull and Emu, you couldn't have any more rods on the lake.
Yeah, we had 2 on at the same time earlier.
Did you? What? Both had one on each?
Yeah.
Brilliant. Let's get the gear out the motor and find a swim. So I walked right along the far bank, opposite to road bank. There's quite a few people fishing road bank, just because it makes your life easier when you jump out the car and you haven't got far to walk. So what I'm thinking, there's a tiny swim that I didn't even know about just the other side of this wooden bridge. Let's pull it up there. Going to attempt to catch some perch today, and if a carp comes along on another rod, then that'll be a result. But let's go for the perch. Right, it's gone 9 o'clock. I must get set up. Let's do it. Pretty small pellets, but I don't expect too much action this time of year, so I'm not going heavy with the bait. Small baits. Let's see if we can nick some fish. And this is a Drennan running rig system. You can see it's got a quick link swivel there. You hook your little rig on. When you buy the pack, you got all the components and you join it all together. This stops this large hole. You've got this stopper bead sliding down and going over your rig and over your swivel. And that's what I'm using today. Just a little bit of pellet, not too much. So I've got 2 new pellet waggler rods. First time using them today, so it's going to be interesting. Much flimsier and lighter than my usual carp rods. Just fishing quite close in. I'm hoping slightly sheltered on this little bank close to the bridge. Opens it. It's going to draw in some perch and big perch and roach possibly. Just sprinkle a few maggots out. Not too many. Let's see how long it takes to get a bite on the maggot. Could get quick bites if there's roach around. Could get pretty rapid bites, and especially perch. I have also got the worms with me, so it might be a better chance changing over to the worm for the big perch. So I've never fished Kettles Lake or any of the lakes at Elphicks in this manner before. It's always boiling out on a carp rod. So let's see what happens. Fishing with maggot. Hopefully we can get some nice roach. But the target is big perch. I think the perch go to well over £2. And my biggest perch is less than £1, so anything over £1 I'll be well happy with. But anything over 2, then I'll be dancing. So I'm ready for action with this float rod right here. Leisure rod out on a pellet. And my other rod with leisured pellet. I'm going to give it a bit of time, you never know. Fishing a bit lighter, smaller baits might bring you some fish. But if it doesn't happen, I can always change my rig, go back to boilie, because that's what the fish in this lake are used to. So many people just fish boilie in this lake. I chose the pellet waggler today just because it's a new setup I wanted just to test out. I've never done it before, so this is something new for me. I mean, the floats are a bit chunky, but they're really for carp, catching smaller carp and hopefully nabbing bigger carp. But with pellet waggler fishing you can have multiple fish and it can be a really busy, hectic day, so that's why I've got my pellet waggler rods out today. So I brought in the little pellet rod because the pellets were just too small that I had with me, and now I've put on a cut down piece of Scopet squid boilie. Let's see what happens next. I chose to come today because the last 4 days through the week it's steadily been getting warmer, and today it was going to get to 15 degrees and the weathermen are liars. It's freezing. I didn't even bring a coat. All I've got on is this hoodie and I'm actually cold. Don't know where the sunshine is that they promised us. So as you can probably guess, I'm wearing my GoPro as well today, so I'm doing double filming, GoPro and my mobile phone, which I usually film with most of the time. It makes editing a video easier for me, but using the GoPro, it's a good bit of action if you're playing a fish and you can see the bend in the rod, so giving me options for my filming. So I'm gonna cast into this calm spot over there. Let's just see what happens with my float down there. It's totally calm little corner. I'm not actually thrown any bait tight into this corner yet. But you never know. It doesn't mean there's not a bite. Oh man, that's the place down here. Oh, that's it, got my float back. Result, well, we had a bite instantly a minute ago. Let's see what happens this time. You look at this. It's not a big fat perch. I've discovered what was nibbling on my worm. Tiny little roach. That's why it was a bit difficult to strike the bites, because the fish is so small and I've got a size 10 hook on. But see, yeah, I think if I keep plugging away at these roach, a perch is going to show up eventually. That's my idea anyway. Let's see if it pans out. And this is the kind of fishing youngsters need to be doing. It's fun going out catching really big carp, but when you're first starting out in fishing, I think you should be doing this, float fishing. Simple little float setup, catching roach, dace, minnows, any small fish that come along, and that's how you learn the art of fishing. Starting off small, working your way up to the bigger fish. Oops, now I've started introducing bait. I've done a sprinkle of maggot and they've had a little taste, and now I've got the worm out there and they're biting a bit more frequent. Hello, my first beep on the buzzer over there. Let's keep an eye on that buzzer while I'm watching this float at the same time. Come on, buzzer. Be great to see a carp on the bank. So it's £2.50 for this little pot of worms. There's not tons in there, but you don't always have to use a whole worm. You can chop them up, use pieces of worm, just to make sure they go further, because it can get expensive. The largest tub of worms was actually £10, and I just thought, do I really need to be buying a tub of worms for £10? It's still winter, so I'm not putting a lot of bait in. Oops, come here, maggot. Just going for double red. Let's get a bit of action on the float while we're waiting for the leisure. Hello, hello. What have we got here? Hello, mate. Got myself another little one. Whoa. Here he is. Well, I think I'm improving. My strike rate is my strike rate to landing fish is picking up slowly, so it's all fun. It's actually good using a big pellet waggler float. In choppy water you can see it much better than you would with a normal float. Oh, missed it. Even though I'm waiting for a perch to come along on the leisure rod, it doesn't mean a carp might come along as well. You never know. Carp might pick up that worm. Hang on. I've hooked something big. Float went under and it went solid. What's happening? I can't tell. I've got a fish on. I better release my drag. Something's going on. Look. Oh my god. I've hooked something and I've got no idea what it is. It's just plodding around down there. Come out from them snags, fish. Go out into open water, please. It's going out into open water. Is it? No, it's just plodding along down there. I think I've hooked a carp, you know. I think I've got a carp on. Right, I need to take it easy. I can't believe that. This is on a size 10 hook. I don't know what to do at the minute. It's just plodding. He's going to the left now, This is a real slow fight. This is the slowest carp ever. It must be a carp. I mean, I guess winter carp do take their time and just plod around. Please come back. I've not even seen the fish yet. Oh, it's just tugging gently down there. I mean, this is a lightweight rod, so it's gonna feel heavier. But I've got no idea if it's a big fish or not. Please come back. These are barbless hooks, so I'm pulling my pants a little bit. Please come back. It's just taking line now. I'm being really gentle with this fish. Just letting it take its time. Whoa. Come on, fish, up you come. Oh, I've got a bloody stick on the line now, just to... Oh, just to make it even worse. Come on fish, oh, there he goes. I don't think he's enormous, but on really light tackle, it feels enormous. And I'm playing a stick at the same time now. Come on fish. Come on stick. Come on fish. It's time to see ya. There he is. Come on carp. Come on carp. He must be getting tired. You must be getting tired, mate. Come back. He's on the surface. He's on the surface. He's in the net. What a fight on light tackle. He's in the net. Let's have a look at him. He's not a monster, but he's a winter carp. Look at this. Can you see that? Little barbless hook just on his lip, top lip. How strange. Well, no wonder it took me a while to get in. Look at the length of this. It's not a big fish, doesn't weigh a lot, but it's so long and slender. It's such a long fish. Wow, that's a real long fish. That's a long one. We managed a carp. Can you believe that? This is my first winter carp. Amazing. It's so long and slender. What a lovely coloured fish. Thank you very much, mate. Thank you very much. So I'm not sure if anything's going to happen on this leisure rod with a worm on. But you never know. Didn't expect that carp earlier, so anything can happen. I think the two fellas in the far corner, far end of kettles are doing alright. They've had quite a few bites. Not sure how many fish they've landed, but by the sound of them it sounds like they're having a bit of fun. Well, my little pellet waggler did the job. Let's do the same again. Let's see what happens. This is what just caught that carp. 2 maggots on a size 10. Well, this wind that's blowing right at me could have done me a favour, because it's blowing into this tiny little bay, and that could have brought the carp. So let's keep going. Let's keep fishing into this little corner. You never know whether there's one carp. Surely there could be more. I'm just glad that carp beat the roach to my maggots. Right in the same spot where I just caught that carp. Same bait, double maggot, smaller fish. I'm enjoying today. I must say that carp did boost my spirits, but even catching these little fellas is good fun. They're still there, the little roaches. So I've quickly packed my barret up and all my gear. I had more gear than I realised. Even though we had a carp down here, I want to go to my favourite swim on the lake. So let's go. Whew. And can you believe it? The sun has made an appearance finally. So into a swim where I've caught fish before, casting over to that little concrete bit. It's actually quite hard to see the bites because we've got waves, the wind's picked up even more and it's really choppy out there. But I had a bite earlier, I struck it, felt the fish on, it came off. Probably just a roach. Oh, you know what? Oh look, it came off, it came off. That was actually slightly bigger. Yes. Strange thing was, I didn't even have a bite. I just lifted the rod up and the roach was on it just then. So let's see. This closes at 5 o'clock, so you need to be out the gate way before then. You don't want to risk getting locked in. So I need to make sure all my stuff's back in the car and another carp's in my landing net before we leave. Okay, what we got here, we have a little one. It's not my biggest roach of the day, but it's another fish. Maybe I should put a bigger bunch of maggots on, that might help. Maybe not. Probably still get pestered by the little roach. Let's put a bunch of maggots. So we've got 4 on instead of my usual 2. Come on, carp rod. It's not quite the witching hour, but I don't know if it's the same in these colder months. If I was here in the evening, in the middle of summer. Oh, here we go, fish. If I was here in the evening, in the middle of summer, hey, come out of the bushes. I would certainly be expecting some runs on the carp rod before it gets dark. Who knows where the perch are? They've certainly not been in the swims I've been fishing so far. I'm sure if the perch were in the swims where I've been, they'd be feeding on the maggots and the worms, and I probably would have caught one by now, so who knows where these perch are. Oh, another bite. Wow, that's taken 3 of my maggots in one chomp. You know what? Could be the biggest of the day. Just gonna hook my hook on there and have a little breather. Actually, it's earlier than I thought. I thought we didn't have long to go, so I was thinking, oh well, I better pack up soon. But it's 2:40, so 3:40, 4:40, maybe just under 2 hours. Hour and 15 minutes probably. I'll need to wrap up and get out of here. It'd be really good if we get one on this carp rod. That would really round off the day. I kind of fluked, well not fluked, a little bit of skill involved. Managed to get that carp on the float rod earlier. Was a bit of skill playing it because it's quite light line, small hook. As you saw, it was just hooked in the top lip, so that hook could have easily come out being barbless hooks. It's 2 rods only, so if Rod Stewart turned up and Rod Hull and Emu, you couldn't have any more rods on the lake. This could be the beast of the day, roach wise anyway. On goes the boilie. You know what, I might have I? No, it's a big roach. You know what? I thought that was a perch, so the way it was fighting, it was kicking. Now he's doing a poo. Thanks, mate. You're not a perch. Biggest one of the day. Yoo-hoo! They're getting bigger. They're definitely getting bigger. Must be because it's getting later in the day. Who knows? You know what? I've been enjoying today. This has been really nice. Just what I needed. It's been a bit of a mad week, even if I'm catching very small fish for most of the day. I'm loving it. Had a right result with that carp earlier on double maggot. I can honestly say I'm enjoying catching these little ones. If you're one of these kind of people that get bored carp fishing, sitting in front of buzzers, bring in a rod and just put out a float rod. This really does pass the time. It's great. Well, I've just lost 2 fish in a row that felt like bigger roach. Come on, let's see what happens again. What I've been doing, I've been leaving all these smaller bites, and then when the float actually cruises away and keeps pulling along, I've struck, and 2 times in a row, bigger fish. I played it and it's shaking its head, and managed to get rid of the hook. So let's see what happens on this time. Let's see if I can do the same again. There's no guarantee I'm gonna. Oh no. I had a bite, but it's so tempting to strike, but I need to leave it that bit longer. Come on. One of the bigger fish, take it. That is the biggest, definitely the biggest of the day. Absolutely. Hooked perfect. Stay still, mate. No, you're not going on the floor. I'm doing a juggling act with you. I caught you. Stay still. He's on my lap, don't worry, he's not on the floor. Biggest one of the day. Woohoo! You know what, I think I'm pretty roached out. Another nice little one. The sun's gone behind the clouds and dropping behind the trees. I'm very slimed from catching roach and wiping it on my legs. I'm going to smell great on the way home. I think I'm going to go. Nothing's happening on the carp rod. Temperatures are dropped. I've probably caught 30 odd roach. I don't know, I've not been counting. It's just been relentless. Since I've come to this swim, it's been roach after roach. It's been brilliant. Oh well, final fish of the day. No perch, but lots of stunning little roach. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe if you enjoy the videos. and I will see you in the next one.